All right, guys, it's time to go back to 1970. No, this is the new watch, but it plays homage to the Hamilton Pulsar that came out in 1970, very similar to this watch here. So it's always fun to bring back some of the old classics and reintroduce them in a limited edition like this. There's a non-limited edition one that's full stainless steel. This one's PVD coated gold tone, so it adds a little bit of flair to it like it needed it, right? So this one is called, I guess we'll use this because it has the price on it too, but there's the part number. I'll put it in the description as well. I'm not going to read it, but limited edition, retail price of $9.95. You might be able to get a discount on it. Check around. I'll put a link to my buddy Mimo's shop on California. He's an authorized dealer for Hamilton. That's not who sent this in. Actually, my buddy Rocky sent this in. He has sent a bunch of cool watches in the past, and I'm sure he'll continue to do so. So big thanks to Rocky for sending this over. Let's see. Let's talk about the watch, I guess. Let's just get right into it, and then we'll talk about some of the other stuff I have on the table. But case size, we're looking at 40.4 millimeter, not including the little pusher there, which really, because of the shape of the case, doesn't really come out much past the case anyway. But 40.4 lug to lug, which I didn't include that piece there. I only went to there. We're looking at 39.6, so whatever, just say like 40. 13.5 thick, but that is also, you can see that display or the crystal. It's an actual sapphire crystal with AR coating on it, but it sits proud of the case. So it's 13.5, including that. And the weight on this is, it's actually a little bit lighter than I thought it was going to be. It's only 130 grams, so pretty light. Limited edition, I mentioned that. This is number, and they're actually numbered. So look at the case back here. This is number, where's it at? Oh, it's right there on the bottom right. This is number 142 of 1970. Another little tribute there. Single pusher. Everything is done through one pusher. Can you read it right now? I can. My naked eye can read it. It might be hard because a little bit of glare, but if you push it, it becomes way more bold, and then it's super easy to read. Now it'll transition back. That's for, power consumption. It's going to help make the battery last a little bit longer. But you're also going to use that for all of the setting and everything. Now, the only display it gets you is your time, the hour and minute, and then it gives you seconds if you want to count on seconds. And then you just hit it again to switch back to your standard timekeeping. So for setting it, they give you this little manual, super easy to follow. It's very easy, clean to do. So if you have one of these watches, I couldn't show you real quick how to do it, but if you have one of these watches, you're going to have one of these manuals, and it's not that difficult. You basically hold the button down for 3 seconds. It's going to go into, there's your time. So it's flashing 2, and it was in PM. So you hold this down for like 3 seconds. It'll go into that. Okay, so then if you want to adjust it, you hit the button and it'll go forward. Now, if you want to go to minutes, you hold it down for 2 seconds. Now it's going to go into the tens of the minutes flashing. And then again, if you want to go to the single parts of the minutes, you just hold it down again. And then to transition over to seconds, you hold it down again for 2 seconds. And now you can reset that. And then you're back to 0. Very, very simple. It's not complicated. There you have it. But since we're zoomed in, we can take a look at the case and the finishing on it. That crystal is awesome, the way it's chamfered and sits proud of the case. I'm very happy they actually made it sit proud of the case. A little bit better look at the case back there. It's all Swiss made. I didn't find any information regarding what the module is or anything. You can see the links. They're all individual, and they're ovals. So they don't snag, they fold up on each other. They're super flow. Nice drape to it, easy to wear. It is a pin and collar, and it's the long pin and collar. So the collar is in the middle of the link, and then you have a pin that goes through. So it's not horrible to size. You can do it if you have the right tools. Butterfly clasp, double pushers, very easy to operate, very easy to wear. Let's pop it on wrist real quick, and then we'll take a look at the box and this other little piece of paper here. I didn't even open that yet. We'll check that out together real quick. But there are some links removed out of this. I'm not sure if Rocky, yeah, he must have sized it for his wrist. It's a little loose on mine, but there you go. There's what it looks like on my 7 1/4. Love these gold watches, especially when most people think gold, you know, like I talk about my gold G-Shock and stuff like that. It's not as blingy as you would think. And this one basically has no polished. So when they did the PVD coating, it was completely overbrushed. So it's a very soft, rich looking gold. I think it looks great. So let's pop this guy off wrist. And then check out the box. The box is really cool too. I showed that in the unboxing. It's like a sandwich top. So you have that red layer underneath, a nice pop to it. And then the whole outside of it has like a brushed aluminum look to it, even though it's some sort of paper covering. And then you have that splash of red. It's otherwise a fairly simple box. They just add a couple little details to it, and it's really cool. So here's the little booklet that comes with it. Looks like it gives some information regarding, you know, what it's doing. There's a picture of the old original Pulsar. And it looks basically the same, except for it doesn't say Pulsar on it. It says Hamilton. And then the dot matrix on it, it was done differently because this is like LED or OLED. So very cool watch. Very fun. There's a quick look at the what they write about the OLED and the construction of the case. There you go. And then, like I said, there's a quick picture or video of that's the pin and then that's the collar. So the collar is going to go in the full width of that center link, and then that pin goes all the way through. Makes it a little easier to put back together, but sometimes those are very tight fitting. And if you look, there's like an indent in the center of the collar. And then there's an indent, it's slight, but there's an indent in the center of the pin. So when you're pushing it through, you're actually going to feel it kind of like click into place. If you haven't felt that, then you're not all the way to the center. And you can usually tell basically how the pin should be about the same distance on both sides of the link. That's just a little tip for the sizing of it. But other than that, just a great fun watch. Yeah, it's $1,000, guys, but these are limited, and who knows what the future is going to hold. I have, before anybody mentions, I have seen pictures of the Yema digital one, and maybe I'll get one of those in at some point. It's kind of similar, it has the same type of vibe as this. So very cool that, I mean, what a great time to be into watches, guys. Somebody said that in one of my comments in one of my videos, and you're 100% right. You know, for how much talk when I first was getting into watches, which is not that long ago, a few years ago, there was a lot of people saying, oh, it's going to die, it's going to die. You know, the Apple Watch, blah, 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 all these smart watches. I've seen the exact opposite has happened. It seems like it's thriving at all levels, whether it's fashion brands, micro brands, big name brands. It's just thriving. We'll see where it goes from here, but right now it is a very fun hobby to be in. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll catch you on the next vid.